Ripple is a leading crypto and blockchain enterprise service provider, purely serving business customers. And we've been focused on addressing problems in the cross-border payments world using blockchain and crypto over the last 10 years. And we've built out RippleNet, which is a payments network that does exactly that.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and this is Cindy Young. She's Ripple's managing director in the UK. She was at the Money 2020 4 days ago, connecting with customers, and makes a comment that crypto has gone from niche to mainstream. And she has a lot going on. They just applied for a new application to get a crypto license in Ireland, and that would be granted by the central bank. In today's video, we're going to view some clips, 3 which have been really under the radar, and they're Ripple employees speaking in public venues. If you're in this space on a regular basis, I suggest you move away from Twitter to get the majority of your news, and also stay away from the poor quality crypto media. It has just been atrocious as of late. Seeking sources outside of the crypto bubble is probably a very good idea right now. This is an article written by the Irish Independent on August 2nd. It's in the business section, and they're highlighting Ripple and also the central bank governor, Gabriel Makloff, who is not a fan of all crypto. But this article goes on to quote Cindy Young, that says Ripple plans a major expansion in the European market, specifically saying that the crypto license that they are seeking, is a massive investment with a view that they are going to continue growing exponentially in this region. You hear a lot of Ripple talk lately about CBDCs, but I think if you're going to stick around in this space for a while, you're going to hear much more about tokenization. Here's the CEO of the crypto exchange Bitstamp. This exchange, which is headquartered in London, facilitates a tremendous amount of ODL, that's on-demand liquidity, which uses the digital asset XRP as a bridge. And Ripple took a stake in this exchange just a couple of months back. He was asked what the plans are for the next 12 to 18 months. Have a listen.
And probably, in 2024, if we meet in 1 year, I think we'll be part of the tokenization. This is a new market, very evolving, and I think Bitstamp wants to be part of it, basically.
Here's another article outside of the crypto Twitter, and it's a decent source. It's the Bangkok Post, and they interviewed Rahul Advani. He is in Singapore. He is doing the public policy for Ripple, and he gave me a new number. It's the business-to-business cross-border transactions that are expected to exceed $42.7 trillion by 2026, up from $34 trillion in 2022. That's a big rise. And I was sharing this with my Patreons today, and I thought I would share my additional thoughts with you as well. We are currently observing that the existing flows of on-demand liquidity, ODL, are not having a significant impact on supply. So according to information that I have from trusted sources, Ripple is facilitating ODL flows with an estimate to be around 6 to 9 billion XRP. Now, to gauge that potential impact on the XRP supply in the future, I'm running various scenarios and exploring in my brain, for example, okay, if Ripple captures 25% of the estimated 42 trillion global payment flows, then that would be securing approximately 10 trillion or 800 and some billion a month. But there's still a very crucial question. It remains to ask, how frequently would a single digital asset of XRP be utilized in a 24-hour period? Let's just say on average, within that pool of assets designated for the on-demand liquidity? This is a question that warrants careful consideration to fully understand the dynamics of XRP's role and its potential impact on the broader market. An example of the news gone bad, here is one. I wake up every day and there are now articles like this. XRP to reach $500 in 7 months. Wells Fargo Treasury Manager. Well, what is so pathetic is that I listened to the woman who put this tweet out, or X out on X. I don't know how you say the tweeting business yet. I haven't really fully adopted the new platform naming. But anyway, she even said that these articles didn't publish her position at Wells Fargo correctly. And it's just to the point now where I had a conversation with another content creator this morning, and we believe that when X starts to monetize tweets and Twitter spaces, the hype and the just absurdness of reporting the news is going to get even worse, because it's a way to get more views and engage with, it's called engagement farming. And there's plenty of it now. And I just think that when X starts to monetize the platform, it's only going to get worse. I am quite frustrated with the whole thing, but I will continue to do the best I can to bring you the most quality and verifiable sources that are talking about this space. This is why I think it's important to find a good balance and step away often from the marketing side of crypto Twitter and understand the tech. If you understand the tech and the competitors and all the players that are moving value and not making comparables and models that don't reflect real world projections coming from industry experts, then we wouldn't have these ridiculous unrealized expectations. I just want to give a shout out to the Developer Summit again that is coming to the Netherlands, which is the Apex Summit 2023. You may not be able to attend, but try to seek out the videos that come out of this event. I was reading a tweet today from Wrath of Kahneman where he believes that the real important focus is going to be on the Apex Summit, and I totally agree. This is where you're going to see the future through what the developers are actually able to do. Blockchain Australia just took place, and Rahul Advani was speaking on a panel. And let's just hear briefly the conversation that he had in reference to regulation that's happening in the Asia Pacific region.
But what we are seeing is jurisdictions using their voice at a global level. So, for example, India currently has the G20 presidency, and they're using this presidency to raise the issue of a global framework for crypto assets. Similarly, Japan is very active at the G7 level, and they're using their voice at the G7 level to, again, raise the need for, a global consistent regulatory framework. And I think that's what we're going to see over the next year or so, is individual jurisdictions taking the lead to provide some clarity at the global level.
I'm going to let Stu Alderoty take you out. He is the Chief Legal Officer of Ripple, and this is another podcast that went under the radar, and I've clipped some of the best portions of that 23-minute conversation. I'll put a link to the full version in the description below, but I do think the clips are, if you're short on time, worth listening to. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
We got Stu here. So Stu, welcome to the show.
Thrilled to be here. Can I correct you right off the bat on something?
I had a feeling you were going to say something. Go ahead.
So XRP is not Ripple's token. Ripple is a company. XRP is a token that sits on a decentralized permissionless ledger. We use that token in our products that we offer to our customers to facilitate cross-border payments, but it's not Ripple's token.
Okay, so whose token is it?
It sits on, as I said, it's a token that sits on a decentralized permissionless platform. Anyone can own XRP, and many people do for many different reasons.
Okay.
It's a decentralized protocol.
Okay. But it was issued by Ripple, no?
It was not.
Well, who created it?
The founders of the ledger, the creators of the ledger, created the ledger in 2011. When the ledger was created, all of the units of XRP that will ever exist were also created.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those founders that created XRP kept some of that XRP for themselves. And when Ripple, the company, was founded after, some of that XRP was gifted to Ripple.
All right.
In terms of next steps, the SEC may decide to appeal, and they have signaled in the week since the decision in various ways that the staff will be recommending to the commission that they take an appeal, because I don't think that they're very happy with the decision, and that part of the decision that we've been talking about, that the contract, that the token itself is not a contract for an investment. You have to look at the facts and circumstances. They're not happy about that. And they'll probably take an appeal. We don't shy away from an appeal, and we think the judge got that right. And we think that was a faithful application of the law. And I think a court of appeals will not only affirm that, but maybe even amplify that to even a greater extent. And I do think that to the extent the SEC continues to claim that the asset itself can be a what they call a digital asset security, I think they're going to start to lose those cases. And I think our case and the decision rendered by our judge will provide comfort to other judges that the SEC is just misguided. This technology is not going to go away. And to the extent we have policymakers in the US who think that they're going to be able to regulate it out of existence, they're wrong. They're going to be proven wrong in the courts, which we did last week, or they're going to be proven wrong by the markets because the market is going to push this technology offshore.
Mm-hmm.
We have a clear statement that the trading of a digital token, in this case XRP, but I think you can analogize to other tokens, on a digital asset exchange where the buyer doesn't know who the seller is and the seller doesn't know who the buyer is, and does not make a contract for an investment, and therefore there's no security, and therefore there's no role for the SEC to play. Right. I'm Ripple's lawyer. I'm not
Yes.
your lawyer, but I will say that my advice to those entrepreneurs today, even post victory,
Mm-hmm.
is the same advice that I had for them 2.5 years ago. Go out and create your company outside of the US and do it in a place where they have a clear regulatory regime, because otherwise you're still going to face the hostility that we face in the crypto industry in the US. I don't think the SEC is going to back down from their campaign of misguided regulation by enforcement. And until we have a clear, comprehensive regulatory framework in the US, this is probably not the place where you want to start your business. And that's an unfortunate state.
Yeah.